Hi, spiritual diamonds. Welcome back to Dash, where we dash deception. And today we're going to talk a little bit about water and how important it is for us and how we take it for granted and how it's so important to check your water. I'll do several segments. This one is just to expose that our tap water is not what we think it is, and that in this country we have issues that are found in so-called third world countries. So that's telling you that the condition that we're all in and how big corporations have come here and totally pollute the water. They have deals with these crooked politicians to not have to clean up after themselves. We all heard about the oil spills in the water. It doesn't stop. That's just the stuff that we know about. And without water, we cannot survive. So we have to remind ourselves, stop basics, especially people suffering from health issues. Always go back to the simple issues first, right? And let's remind ourselves how important is water for our temple. It forms saliva. We need it for digestion. It's needed by the brain to manufacture hormones and neurotransmitters, regulates body temperature, sweating and respiration, keeps mucosal membranes moist, allows body cells to grow, reproduce, and survive. Acts as a shock absorber for brain and spinal cord, flushes body waste, mainly in urine, converts food to components needed for survival, digestion. Digestion comes up a lot, guys. You'll notice that people have an issue being constipated, and if you don't get enough hydration, that will definitely slow things down. So, yep. Lubricates joints. A lot of people have knee pain, wrist pain. You'd be surprised because a lot of people, they're drinking their soda, their juice, their beer, their wine, everything else, right? So make sure that you check your water intake. Even in the winter, guys, even in the cold climates, wherever you may live, you do need your water supply. It does not go down, even, maybe slightly because you're not perspiring so much, but you'd be surprised how much you perspire while you're sleeping, okay? Helps deliver oxygen all over the body. Water is the major component of most body parts. Did you guys know that? That's pretty wild. I actually had a chart that was showing that the different parts that, which right here, which I thought was pretty amazing. If I can bring it up in case you're on your phone. But the brain, I'm sure, very moist, right? Kidneys, 83% water, lungs, 85%, imagine. The blood, 94%. So look at that, 95% in the eyes, the heart 75%, muscles 75%. And be careful, anybody who competes, sorry about the noise. This is the world we're living in, guys, so that's how it is. People who do bodybuilding, be really careful with those fitness competitions because they're big on dehydrating them before a show. Have you noticed that, guys? To get that real dry look, and that can really mess up your heart, and a lot of them do have heart issues. So, signs of dehydration. I like talking about holistic stuff on this channel, history, everything wrapped in one because it's all related, right? But definitely trying to teach people the nature of their own body because it's like owning a car. It's prudent to know how it works, right? Chronic dehydration, so simple, especially with migraines. There's so many prescription medications, promoted at all these separate symptoms. If you notice, you can have a mineral deficiency. You can have many things that will show up as weird symptoms, and then all they'll do is just give you this, potion or this pill to suppress it, not addressing the problem. And a lot of people, especially if you're dehydrated, a lot of people end up in the hospital for such. And if they knew it was something so simple, this is something that, I know it's hard because our water is not clean at all. So, doing what you can to filter your water is key. But water is so important, thus, that's why there's such an attack on it, I'm sure. So, symptoms of acute dehydration, even giddiness. Can you imagine? Like people who laugh too much? That's funny. So, it's like it'll come out in the most strangest symptoms. So, you have to rule out dietary deficiencies, mineral deficiencies, hydration deficiencies before thinking about anything else, which a lot of them don't even do. And nausea, big if you feel like you're going to throw up. Headache is huge. A lot of people with migraines, but those same people, they drink an iced tea all the time, junk juice, dry mouth, that's obvious. Rapid breathing, like panting. Um, Rapid heartbeat. A lot of people with heart issues, even this younger generation, they're so big with drinking their, stupid designer canned drinks, not realizing that they're giving themselves arrhythmia. A lot of these children now are having a lot of these weird symptoms. So really be careful, because dehydration comes in many forms, and your body is, obviously cracked skin. Of course, your urine will be dark yellow. Those are the obvious ones, guys. Bad breath. But there's, like those other ones, giddiness. I mean, I'm sure everybody will manifest their symptoms in different way. So please watch out for that. And I'm going to put this website here, really great database, Environmental Working Group. And I have a few zip codes here just to plug in, like, to see what kind of stuff is in the water supply, and you'll really be surprised. So I'm going to put in a zip code. You can put in yours. This is Peabody, Mass. This is a few towns away that have a little bit more in there. They charge a little more. View utility. Let's see. Like you put in your zip code, and it'll connect you to the utility that's in your area, and it'll tell you all the oh wow, so this is considered like a suburban town, or an expensive town to live in. This is a few towns away from me. Oh, my town actually has a couple of less contaminants in here, so it goes to show you just don't know, because I have a few zip codes. I'm like, let me punch in, maybe Miami, more like low-key towns. I have the zip code for Albany written down. Too funny. And look at that. Why is that in the water supply? Isn't that crazy? So it tells you 12 exceeds. So you usually, yeah, it'll tell you right here. So when you go down, guys, all you got to do is scroll down after it brings you right here. It'll tell you how many. Look at that, 29 total contaminants. Arsenic. I mean, I can do a vid on distilling your water. Do not this is not stuff you can just boil out either, guys. Because I seen this really shitty city politician online saying, oh, there's lead in the water, but if you just boil it or do this and that, you can still use it, like, excuse you. And a lot of these chemicals are even more toxic than lead. And then a lot of people like, oh, I live in, I'll have to do a vid again. I should have took the zip code for a town I know with well water, but plug that in and just see. Yeah, it'll be different, of course. But we're talking about people who, towns and cities and stuff. So look at all these look, chloroform, 55 times the amount. Look at that. Really, really sad. What's the potential effects? Cancer, arsenic. Isn't that lovely? Like, there's already so much technology with their Teslas and this. The people at the top already know you can use UV light, you can use food grade hydrogen peroxide. There are many ways to clean the water supply without using all these horrific chemicals. Are we surprised there's an uptick on cancer? Chromium, and it tells you straight up potential effect. So, you know, anybody who's had loved ones who passed away, it's time for us to pull an Aaron Brockovich. I am so sick of it, okay? And they charge you too, and they make you pay for this sickness too, right? They send you the bill for this junk. Look at these numbers. And since the times of Aaron Brockovich, they said that it's just gotten worse. It hasn't gotten better since that story. And does anybody even look now? Because everyone's so dumbed down, you try to tell them, oh, it could be toxicity, right? And they're like, oh, you're crazy. You're a conspiracy theorist. Like, none of this stuff could even happen. I mean, that's pretty messed up. So, I mean, that's from Massachusetts. We can try Albany, 317. 31701. That's what it says here. You know, you can plug in and just, you know, you'll see. Let me see if it shows up their utility. I guess they have so many different one. Utility name, Albany. Let me try this one. Because I guess there's all different divisions. So that one's even a little less than the one I showed you, but still there, right? Chloroform. All the big ones are there, guys. I mean, this is just sad. This is just sad. All these corporations doing this to people, of course, because it's so vital for life, right? Water is life, so they gotta spike it. I mean, the air, everything, you know, so even people who try to be so healthy, you just gotta watch out. And we're all at risk because you take showers, it can go through your skin, especially hot showers, right? So maybe we gotta start investing in shower filters, make sure it's one that fits the shower head. I had to return one back that I got from Target. It didn't fit, so make sure it fits the shower head. I mean, look at that, chloroacetic acid. I mean, look at all these effects and look at the amounts. Unacceptable, guys. You see how they're doing people? You see how they're doing people? I'm going to put this website. This says environmentalworkinggroup.org/tap water. It's their tap water database. So very thorough, guys. Very thorough. I'm going to try to find a town that has a well. Or I know Westport. Yeah, Westport, Mass is near me. And they're always like, we have wells. So I'm really curious to see what would come up for them. Let's see, 02790. 02790. Let's see if anything. Maybe not, you know, but it's good to know. Let's see, town of Westport. Yeah, they also got stuff too, guys. No one's safe because they're always raving, oh, we have wells. It's so much cleaner. Nope. Nobody is safe, guys. So I'm going to leave that link for you all so you can put in your town. But see that? I should let them know, like, oh, you got chloroform in your well water, just saying. So I hope they're not drinking it right from the tap, because I see people online mixing their shakes and saying, oh, it's well water, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, whoa. Why are they putting all this stuff? You guys are not any safer than the city people. Look at all these cancer-causing agents, guys. 440. You see how they play? That's why maybe time to collect rainwater. I don't know what the final answer is. I have a distiller, and that's the best I can do. You know, I can always do a vid to show you how, you know, when you use a water tester, you know, when I get it from the tap, it'll have like a certain parts per million, and then distilling the water will show 0 parts per million. So it does take everything, you know, as much as I can. It says 0. I mean, I don't know how effective or, you know, accurate. Hopefully it is. And then I just add a bit of Himalayan salt. You're supposed to remineralize it, you know. But it's so crazy. So you just go to this website, you plug in whatever, It just shows you no one's safe. Maybe let's see LA, because they're all thinking that they're all that. 9, I think I wrote one down. 90001. Let's try that. Let's see here. Oh, is that even a real? But yeah, even them guys, no one's safe. If you didn't know about the Georgia Guidestones, check them out. I mean, I know they're so dumb. This is like what the wicked people at the top too. They're like what they do. They're so dumb. Like anybody who throws trash on the ground, anybody that pollutes this earth, this collective home we all share, is a complete fool. Because what goes around comes around. It's just gonna blow in your yard. Eventually, it's gonna come back around in your backyard, and to poison the uranium. Oh, it's good to know what they're doing with all these chemical weapons. Wow, guys. I mean, they really, this is how they got, because after the war, they didn't know what to do with the damn chemicals. They were supposed to dispose of it. And they use the ocean and our water for that. Can you imagine? And then we wonder why the judgment of the Most High is going to come. And there's all kind of movies about Judgment Day. I mean, are we really supposed to feel bad for people who don't even care about this stuff? Like, this is big time. So we got to like warn each other. Look, this right here, this is probably like a huge ingredient in one of their warheads, or could have been in one of their weapons. But that's crazy. So it goes to show in LA, you're not safe. Nowhere you're safe. Not even well water is safe. And look at that uranium. Why the hell does any of that help to clean the water when there's so many ways to clean it more effectively without? So are we surprised why people are getting sick when water is life? My goodness. So please, definitely, I really don't even know what to say. I mean, people, you're going to get fatigued if you're really dehydrated, cramps. Like they say, supplement with fruits. There's a lot of water content in fruits. That's a really great idea. But water is so important, and look how they're doing us. Look how they attack us each way, each turn. Do what you can. Get yourself a filter. Try to filter even the kitchen too. I don't cook with anything that's out of the faucet. Nothing, because I don't trust it. You see what's in it. I mean, my goodness, there's nothing you can, you couldn't pay me to do that. So I spend a lot of time distilling water, and there's a lot of great machines. I can do a vid to show you like a cup of water before and after I distilled it, you know what I mean? And show you with the water tester how it goes from having, X amount of parts per million to 0. And at least try to do that. Do not drink out of the tap. Boiling it will not take care of it. And just really be careful with these showers. You see that, so detoxing is so important. So your body can try to get rid of all this stuff. I'm really big on activated charcoal, bentonite, clay, you name it. So you get lightheaded, dizzy, like I said, constipation, irritability, confusion. How many people on the roads who look so confused, that look like they shouldn't even be driving, guys? So check out that website, Environmental Working Group, and I'll put a link below so you can plug in your zip code and see how awful they are, and so you can be careful. And if people need to stop making litigation and lawsuits against the cities, because they're nothing but corporations, for these are war crimes against humanity. We need water to survive. People should be rebelling. Why are we even paying these water bills then if the water is tainted? So people are paying to get poisoned. I think people need to start complaining and start asking some real questions. And I'm going to start doing that in my town too, because having any of these chemicals is disgusting. And it's a real shame for the cities. Because anytime you hear about them talking, or if they're reelected, it's like, oh, the budget this, the budget that. They never talk about the real problems that everyone has. So that's why everyone's starting to see through these stupid puppets. They're nothing but a joke. They don't care about us, like Michael Jackson said in that song, right? They do not care about us. It's clear. But they expect you to donate to their cause. Everywhere you go, they want a donation for this and that. No way, no more. But watch out for your loved ones for signs of dehydration. This can happen in the winter, not only in the summer. And a lot of people will confuse this with other things, right? They'll confuse that. They'll go to the doctor will give them some bobo excuse. They'll say like some 20-letter word that they don't understand, and then they'll get you to freaking buy all kind of drugs that you didn't even anticipate, right? And not tell you how it could be corrected. It could be something as simple as this, because we all know our body has a lot of water in it. And a lot of these symptoms, you go in and they'll say, oh, you got dementia, oh, tachycardia, oh, you need a heart transplant. I mean, seriously, because just telling you, like us holistic practitioners, will tell you, let's, do a chart and see what you took in, what you were exposed to, and do those corrections. And then you'll see those problems, subside. But, that doesn't make the big bucks, They're going to tell you something really fancy and awesome and give you like a huge diagnosis that, is going to require $20,000 worth of services. And they don't give a crap if they're going to dissect you like a frog to get it, because it's not them that's going to be on that operating table and taking those questionable experimental drugs. So just be careful and check out your water, guys, and do what you got to do to mitigate any of the effects. And I hope you have a great day, guys, and I hope that helps. So if you have any weird symptoms, make sure you drink some water first, and make sure that it's distilled. Bottled water is another thing. If you can, try to get a water tester. That will help you too. If you see that there's any particles or whatever, then it's questionable, and just stick with distilled water if possible. So thank you so much, guys, and I'll talk to you soon.